So this unique looking shaper spindle motor cutter block from Whitehill is called their 30-degree cone head. And though it looks a little bit different, fundamentally it is a limiter block. You've seen on this channel a fair amount talking about and using these cylindrical shaped limiter blocks. They're very handy and they're very helpful. They come in all kinds of different sizes. There are different types as well. It's a panel style, panel raising limiter head. But for the most part, the most common ones are these cylindrically shaped ones. So why do they have one of this shape? Well, primarily it's to deal with the reality that any cutter in any style of cutter head has a finite amount that it can project out beyond the body of the block before you have to really start worrying about breaking them. Now, the thicker the steel you're using, the greater you can project out beyond the block without concern. These little guys here, they take 4mm steel, so they've got a fairly limited amount that they can project out. This is a heavier block, takes 6mm steel, so it can project out further again. And this is a big serrated block. You would call this a corrugated block in North America. They've got 8mm steel, so they can project out quite a ways. But what do you do if the profile that you need to machine requires knives that project out further than they're really permitted? Now, if you have a tilting spindle on your machine, it might not really be a problem, but otherwise you may be stuck with doing a whole bunch of different runs, different setups, very time consuming, lots of chance for error in the whole works, or a block like this might help you out. A lot of moldings that require a really deep projection are asymmetrical. In other words, they only have a really deep section of their profile on one side of the molding. So by extending the body of the block outwards, you can effectively get a lot greater profile depth without having to have a lot of knife projection out beyond the body of the block. What this effectively means is you can machine a lot of profiles with one set of knives, one setup, and it's a lot more consistent, and you usually end up with a much better result. So that on its own is a great characteristic, but there's one more really interesting aspect of these blocks, which is a bit hard to see on camera. But all of these blocks, all these limiter blocks and other styles of blocks, so the knives are held in the block at an angle that's often called a rake angle. Some people call it the hook angle, and basically all these blocks have it. Well, this one does too, except because it's on a bevel, right? The whole assembly is tilted back like that. And what that means is effectively these knives are oriented on a shear. So they are a shear cutting knife. And we all know what that does to finish quality. It leaves you with an amazing finish, even in challenging grain. In fact, I know people that use these blocks, even if they don't need to take advantage of all the kind of geometric bonuses that we talked about, just because they give such an amazing finish. Now, a lot of you know that I'm building a new woodworking shop, and on the outside of the building, I have some fairly ornate brackets to support kind of extra large overhangs. And the vertical member of my brackets and the horizontal member of the brackets are the same proportions as this sort of asymmetrical bead cutter. So what I'm going to do is use these cutters to make a bunch of trim elements for the outside of the shop, and the idea being that the human eye hopefully will recognize the consistency in those proportions. So what I'm going to do is cut 10 or 15 feet of this as a sample, and I'll install it temporarily on the building and see if I like it. And when I make that sample here in the next week or so, I will record it and put it up for you folks on a YouTube short. Stay tuned.